Hello, dear students. Welcome to the online classes presented by Southern Global School. I am Mr. FARUK Sheikh, and today I am going to teach you subject Social Science, chapter 20. Okay, social problems of India and its challenges. Okay, as I have taught you in the previous Google Meet class. Okay, about the different types of the problem social media. Okay, social like classes, casteism, struggle against the communism, communalism, and different types of social medias. Okay, now today I am going to start from the minorities. Minorities also very important part of the India. Minorities is according to the religion, according to the language, according to the population of the caste and creed. This is the way the minority can be decided. There is a not conformity definition is given for the minorities, that who are called the minorities, because that which religions peoples are in the minority as a center at a national. Maybe they are at some region in the any state. Maybe they are in the seniority, in the majority. Okay, so let us first we have to understand what is called the minority. Okay, let us start this. So the minority is such a group of people which is not in majority. Majority means उनकी population है in the comparison of to the other caste, religions or the linguistic people, it is a less. It is called the minority. So the minority is such a group of the people which is not in majority with regard to religion or language within a certain region or the regions. There is no specific definition for the minority in the Indian constitution. In our constitution there is no any confirm or the specific definition is given for the minority. Okay, but we can understand, we can recognize that minority people as the number of the people, means the group of the people which are is not in majority with regard to the religion or the language. Because as we all know that India is the secular country, and in India there's not only just only one religion people are living here Hindu, Muslim, Christian, Sikh, Isai, Jain, Bodh, Parsi. Okay, all are live together. That is why we are calling that India's peoples are live unity and diversity. Okay, so generally a group of people forming less than a half of the total population of a region or a country can be called minority. This is the simple definition is given for the minority. The group of people forming a less than half of the total population of region or a country can be called minority. This is a general definition that we can say. The concept of minority is not restricted to any religion, language or region. It is not restricted for any religion. Means Hindus says all over the country Hindus are in the minority. No. In the which regions Hindus are more in number in the other religion, other linguistic group, so they are called the majority. Like in the Punjab, so in the Punjab that according to language and as according to the religion also Hindus are less than the Sikh. So in the Punjab Sikhs are in the majority and Hindus are in the minority. Understood? As a central level Hindus are in the majority. अगर सेंट्रल लेवल में देखा जाए तो हिंदूस मेजोरिटी में है एंड अदर्स ऑल रिलीजन्स पीपल, all the linguistic people are in minority. Hindu, Muslim, Christian, Sikh, Isai, Jain, Bodh, Parsi, that all linguistic groups also. Okay, Hindi people speaking are more in the India, यानी कि हिंदी बोलने वाले लोग ज़्यादा है इंडिया में than the other language. Okay, so the concept of minority is not restricted to any religion, language or region. Just as national level, the local and regional minorities are taken into the account at the state level also. That is why the concept of minority at national level is differ from that the state level. Okay, as I said, यानी कि जो in all over the state, which religious or the linguistic people are in the minority, maybe they are in the some region or in any state, they are not in the minority, maybe they are in the majority. Got it? What I'm trying to say? Like I give the example about the Sikh. So Sikh are at a national level, they're in the minority. But if we see that Sikhs as for the Punjab state only, so Sikhs are in their majority. Okay. So that is why the concept of minority at national level differ from that the state level. It is a community, it is a majority in any region, in any state total population. It can be in minority at national level. Contrary to this is a group which is minority in the state can be in majority at the national level. So that we can say the group which is in the minority in a state. Example, Hindus are in the minority in the Punjab state but can be majority at a national level. So Hindus are in the majority at a national level. Okay. In India, minorities shares equal right with the majority. Moreover, special provisions have been made in the constitution to protect and encourage their religion, language, culture, script, etc. So people who are in the minority, they have also their rights. Okay, equal right with the majority people. So moreover, the special provision has been made in our constitution, like to protect and encourage the language, religion, script, culture, etc. Like a national minority commission has been set up for protecting the right, interest, welfare, and for progress of the minorities. The minorities also have right to progress their religion, their language, their culture, their script, their culture, their script. Okay, that is why the many of the protecting rights also has been made in our constitution. The right to religion, especially to minorities, assure them that they can make propaganda to spread and propagate their religion. And for the minority people, there is a right have been made for them, so they can follow their religion and also they can do propagate and spread their religion, यानी कि वो अपने धर्म का फैलाव भी कर सकते हैं and also they can do प्रचार means propagate. The law does permit forceful religion conversion. Okay, any educational institute taking government grant cannot teach religious teaching. All religious communities have a right to acquire and maintain property for religious activity. The law does permit forceful religious conversion. Okay, this is a law, it is not permit to the forceful religious conversion, यानी कि किसी जबरदस्ती हम किसी का धर्म परिवर्तन नहीं करा सकते. And also that any educational institution which are taking the grant from the government, they can't teach any particular religious education, and all the religious communities have right to acquire and maintain the property for religious activities. Like a Hindu, so Hindu can also make one communities for the Hindu people, and also they can raise the fund, they can buy the land for the temple for its maintenance. Also they can do, they can prepare the one managing committee too. Okay, and also in the trust they can store and they can deposit their funds too. So means they also have right to acquire the property and maintain. The minorities have right to preserve their script and culture as per culture and educational right. So there is also in the fundamental right that cultural and educational right. According to this right, the minority people also can preserve their script and the culture. Any educational institution serving receiving government grant cannot refuse any admission on the basis of religion, race, caste, color, or language. And any educational institute who are getting the grant from the government. They can't refuse, they can't deny to taking the admission on the basis of religion, race, caste, language और the color. यानी कि इन भेदभाव के आधार पर वो किसी स्टूडेंट्स का एडमिशन लेने से मना नहीं कर सकते. Which institution? Who are taking grant from the government. Okay, and also they cannot teach any particular religious education too. So all these sections of the society have a right to retain and develop a language and script for their own choice, to establish and run education institution for the protection and growth of their culture. The state government provide facilities to get primary education in their mother tongue or the children of the minority. And to retain and develop the language, script, and the culture of this minority people, so they can choose their own to establish and run educational institution for the protection and growth of their culture. यानी कि अपने कल्चर को, संस्कृति को बचाने के लिए they can also run their own education institution. Okay, and the state government provide facilities to get primary education in their mother tongue, और state governments को उनको support करना पड़ेगा. Okay, also they have to support them. So in this they can teach the students in their mother tongue or the children of the minority. यानी कि वो बच्चों की जो मदर टंग है उसी में उनको एजुकेशन प्रोवाइड कराना पड़ेगा. एंड दिस इज ऑल्सो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ऑफ द स्टेट गवर्नमेंट. Now schedule caste and schedule tribe, in the shortly we are seeing them to SC and ST. Okay, while in the Vedic age that our society was divided into four varnas, four groups. All of you know very well that Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Sudra. And according to this, that who were the Sudra, they were not allowed to get education, they were not allowed to live in the society, they were not allowed to enter into the temple, they were not allowed to participate in any election on in any higher post. They had to do just only some very worst types of the works, cleaning and all, drainage cleaning, the blocking of the drainage they have to clean, and if any animal is died, so they have to clean the village street. Okay, they have to pull away that animal from the village. So that is why even also they cannot even store, or they cannot more gold, they cannot preserve more gold. यानी कि अपने पास में वो सोना भी नहीं रख सकते थे. Because who are the other upper classes, they were thinking if they will preserve the gold and all, so maybe they become the richer, and once they become the richer, then they will not do these kinds of the work what they are doing now. Okay, that is the reason. Okay, let us see for this kind of the people that our government, our constitution have made some types of the constitutional right for their upliftment, for their societies, for their culture, and for their economic development. Let us see. In Indian constitution does not give a clear-cut definition of scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. In our constitution, there is no clear-cut definition is given for the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe. It is also can be schedule and scheduled caste and scheduled tribe. This has been specially referred to by the order of the president on the advice of the governor of the respective state. And this means specially referred to the who are called the scheduled caste and the scheduled tribe. That is referred by the president on the advice of the governor. In the India, constitution provisions have been made to prevent caste-based exploitation. Okay, as I said, these STSE, the who are the Sudra lower caste people, they were exploited so many ways in the society by the all other upper class people to white out this injustice to them through equality and fraternity, and to set the progress specially, and to see that this progress specially economic socially economically and politically and educationally, and for to see that they grow, they progress socially economically educationally and the politically according to article 341. Those castes include in the schedule are called schedule caste. So who are the backward class in this society? Politically, economically, educationally, and socially. For progress of this caste, these people, that our government had made some provisions. In the article 341, these castes are included. While those castes which are included in the article of 342 are called scheduled tribe. Okay, the caste which are included in the article 341 are called the scheduled caste. Okay, and caste which are included in article 342 are called the scheduled tribe. Tribe means there is a group of the people who are live in the dense forest on the hilly mountainous region. It is called simply in Gujarat that is called the आदिवासी, यानी कि बहुत पुराने ज़माने से वो जंगल में ही रह रहे हैं. दे हैव नो एनी कम्युनिकेशन विद द मॉडर्न सोसाइटी with the city or town. They are called the Adivasi. Understood? So the group of the people who are included in the article 341, they are called the scheduled caste, and the group of the people who are included in the article 342 are called the scheduled tribe. Am I clear? Okay, let me highlight it this so you also can understand very well. So here you can see, so according to the article 341, those castes included in the schedule are called the schedule caste, and while those castes which are included in the schedule of article 342 are called the schedule tribe. This is very simple. 341 and you to find by heart the 342. Understood? Now let us see. I also said that people who are living in the dense forest on hilly mountainous region. So people who lives mostly in the forest areas and mountainous region are included among the scheduled tribe. They live in specific geographical condition and live a different social and cultural life as compared to other. These people are economically and educationally backward. They are living just for to eat. These people means they are wandering from one place to another place for eat. Adivasi. Okay, as now also many of the in the regions of the world peoples are living the nomads life in the dense forest and the jungle in the valley, not connected to the modern world. Okay, like in Andaman and the Nicobar. Okay, let us see the constitutional provisions. So, for the development and welfare of the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe, the following special provisions are made in the constitution. These are as follows. And for the development of this both the caste ST and SC. So there is some provisions have been provided, and some provisions are have been made in our constitution. Let us see which are the provisions. So first A is the general provision. Number 1, according to Article 15 of the Constitution, Article 15 of the Constitution restrict discrimination on the basis of religion, community, caste, birthplace, etc. In addition to this, no condition can be imposed A for entering shops, public restaurant, hotels, and places of public entertainment, or B for using wells, lakes, bathing place, roads, for using place dedicated for public use completely or partially under control of the state government. So means In the ancient time, in the earlier time, the Sudra people, Sudra means who were the very lower caste people, they were not allowed to temple, any public place. They were not allowed to get the water from the well before the after sunrise. Even they can't go to the bathing places which are the open bathing, okay, great bath in the ancient time. So for them comfortness and to make them all right, which other humans also are enjoying, this article have been made. So according to this article, so they cannot be discriminate according to the basis of religion, community, caste and birthplace. And also there is a condition, any condition cannot be imposed on them. Okay, no one can stop them to enter any shop, any public restaurants, hotel, places of the public entertainment. Okay, and also they are for using the wells, lakes, bathing place, road for public dedicated public use completely. Okay, the places which are dedicated for the public, it is called the garden. Many of the time people are beating them very cruelly if they enter in any garden. In the many of the regions of the India, this have been sourced. Many of the time, there is also news are published in the televisions also and on the newspaper too. So yet now this is the happening in our country. So for the upliftment of this society, for this caste, this Article 15 has been made. This is now second is the according to Article 29. So what Article 29 is said? So if a person living in any part of India holds his own language, script or culture set of his own, he has the right to preserve them. And B, a person will not be refused admission on the basis of religion, caste, language to any institution run and maintained with financial help from the government. So any education institution, okay, hospitals too, if they are getting the grant from the government, they can't deny to the student, to the person, they can't refuse the admission on the basis of the caste, language, religion, or its birthplace, or his or her birthplace. And also they have right to maintain, to preserve the script, culture and the language. Understood Article 15 and Article 29? Okay, now the B, so these two are for the general provisions. Now the B is the special provision. There are some special provisions also have been made for their upliftment. So according to Article 46 of the Directive Principle of the State Policy, a state will take care of the educational, social and economic interest of the backward class of the state. The state have to be looked after for their upliftment, for their progress, and state will have to take care the educational, the economical and the social progress. Especially scheduled caste and the scheduled tribe will be protected against social injustice and exploitation. They can't be discriminated according to their social status, according to their birthplace, according to their surname, according to their caste, creed, language, color, and also they are not exploited. Okay, so this is provision have been made for the state government. This is called the special provision. Then according to Article 16 oblige 4, if the state government feel the backward class are not represented proportionally in government job, the state government will have right to provide reservation in jobs and appointment. If the government see, the government feels, so the proportion or these backward classes are not represented in the jobs, in the government jobs, so the government have to be make a provision. Okay, and government have to provide the reservation in jobs for this caste. Number third, according to the Article 330, 332 and 334, 30, 32 and 34, 330, 332 and 334, some seats in legislative assembly and parliament are reserved for the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe. According to this article, seats in the parliament, okay, for them in the legislative assembly, okay, for them in the legislative assembly their seats are reserved for the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe. Okay, there is no one reservation for seats in the राज्य सभा, और राज्य सभा में उनके लिए कोई सीट रिजर्व नहीं है. Seats are reserved for scheduled caste and scheduled tribe in gram panchayat and municipality too, and also in the municipality and also in the gram panchayat. For them, some seats are reserved. Other than this, under different 5 years programs, hostel have been opened and a scheme has been launched to offer scholarship for children. Okay, so children who are belongs to the ST and SC, okay, for the education, the hostels are open for their living facilities because they are coming from the very backwards and a very deep forest or the hilly mountainous region. There is no any traveling facilities, so for them hostels are open. And also for the educational material like notebooks, pens and other stationaries, they can't afford this because their economically condition is very poor. So that is why government also offer them a scholarship for the education. Counseling and training classes for competitive examination have been started. Residential school ashram sada have been set up for educational progress. Ashram sada also have been set up for the educational progress for this caste, for these ST and SC people. Minimum requirement of age, fees and qualification have been relaxed for the candidate and those group for government jobs. And for the government jobs, these groups are also get so much benefit. For them also the relaxation also in the age, in the marks, in the fees, in the percentage of the qualification. Okay, if any general categories students have the 99%, okay, 98%, will not get admission. But if in the reservation this ST and SC, okay, but if in this reservation, if this ST and SC, okay, last highest mark is the 78%, okay, so who got the 78% mark, he will get the admission. Who are in the open category, they will not get admission because so many students are in the 90, 99 and 98 percentage. Okay, 94, who got the 94, he will also not get the admission, he will not get the admission or not get the job. But in the ST and SC, who got 78% or the 80%, whatever there is a percentage, the merit, he or she will get admission or the job. And so this is reservation for their upliftment. Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar organization facilitate those person who work for social understanding and upliftment of weaker sections of population. And the worker and those persons who work for the social understanding and upliftment of this weaker section of the population, their social transformation, potentiality, justice and human dignity. There is a separate division in the state and the special officer is appointed at the central level for the welfare and protection of the interest of these people. And also for these people, for their justice, for their human dignity, for their potentiality, for the social transformation, okay, from the very basic needs where they can facilitate, from there they can also live a standard life, standard social life. National commission is formed at the central level for these people. Along with it, war scheme have been started for social education and economical development of the people by the state and central government. And for these people, there is also many of the schemes also have been started by the state government and the national government. Social, educational and economic development of these people by the central and the state government. Now the provisions only for the scheduled caste. So for the scheduled caste, what types of the provision have been made in our consideration? Let us see. First, according to Article 17, untouchability is totally rejected and it is a practice in any form is prohibited. Untouchability. Now also in the many of the regions of the India, people are believe in untouchability. They are also practiced in their life. Means who are the lower caste people, if they touch to the any upper class people, Brahmin, Kshatriya, or anyone we can say, so upper class, okay, that Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, these are the three upper class people, and Sudra were the lower caste. If this touch to the any these three person, so may they are believe that they became unholy, अपवित्र हो गए उनको छू के. एक इंसान अगर दूसरे इंसान को छूएगा तो वो अपवित्र हो जाएगा. Okay, from the Sudra to Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya. Is it good? I don't think it is not. It is not good. People are touching to the animals, they are not becoming dirty. But if one man touch to the another man, he or she can become a dirty. How? Think it. So in any society, if these types of the practice also now also started, so don't believe and don't follow this. Okay, because that is a human rights are equal. On the 10th December we have celebrated the human right. All human are born equal. Okay, do you have any differences in the human that for the lower caste and for the upper caste people? Who are the upper class? They have the four eyes, two here and two in the behind. Two tongue they have, one here and one this side anywhere. No, all have the same. That God has been made all human beings same, equal, without any discrimination. Okay, there's some special disabilities are there. It is because of the some weakness or the some defects. Okay, that means not that all have that problem. Those who are the normal people all have this is same. Okay, so that is a untouchability, that practice can be prohibited. Any disqualification imposed due to the untouchability is considered to be a legally punishable crime. Okay, if any requirement in the school, in the education institution who are getting a grant from the government, public places, any companies, whoever, if they disqualify any person due to this that he is belongs to the lower caste, ST or SC, and because of this untouchability, so that is a legally punishable crime. Okay, and if any person is arrested due to this crime, he is arrested unbailable, यानी कि उसकी जमानत उसकी बेल नहीं हो सकती. Second, according to Article 25, states are given right to frame a law or continue any existing law which permit the public institution for social welfare or reform to keep the Hindu religion institution open. Hindu religion's institutions will be the open for to all Hindus. Here the word Hindus include Sikh, Jain, Buddhist and Hindu religion institution, include all the religion institution of Sikh, Jain and the Buddhist. यानी कि यहाँ पे जो हिंदू वर्ड्स है that is not only just belong to the Hindus, but it is also include Sikh, Jain and the Buddhist and the Hindu religious institution, include all the religion in institution of Sikh, Jain and the Buddhist. Okay, so this is the way they can't refuse, they can't do disqualify a person considering a untouchability. Now these are the provisions for the scheduled caste. Now let us see the provisional provisions only for the scheduled tribe, the people who are living in the dense forest or in the mountainous region. So the according to the article 19 oblique 5, the empower the governors of the state it to impose restriction in the interest of the scheduled caste over the right to unrestricted movement of people to any region. They settle down there to acquire property or to carry out any business or trade. Now these people in the earlier time, in the ancient time, they were allowed to do just only the some very lower types of the work, like pulling the animals, dead animals, getting their skin and making the tools, mussels and other different things from the leather skin of the animal. They have to clean the drainage system, the gutter and all. They were not allowed to enter in the temple. They were not allowed to do any other occupation except this cleaning the drainage. Okay, so this is the why there is a also given right to them to settle down there, to acquire the property or to carry out any business or trade. Such right give authority to restrict exploitation in the tribal region about land transaction, money lending and other exploitation of scheduled tribe and to frame special law to protect them. So to protect them and for their upliftment, these rights have been made for the scheduled tribe people. For this all the two provisions and these articles, we can got one conclusion. What is the conclusion? So various schemes and programs have been started by the government for the development of scheduled caste. Okay, the by the our governments. Okay, while made made the constitution in 1915. From that, the government have made the many of the schemes and the programs for the development and for the upliftment of the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe and backward classes socially, economically and politically. That is why their condition is improving. Many people have to got an opportunity to progress socially, economically and politically, and because of this many of the people also got the opportunity to progress, especially economically and the politically. Okay, so this is the conclusion. To upliftment, this is the provisions have been made for the upliftment and for the progress of the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe and the backward classes, for to give them opportunity to progress of socially, politically and economically. Okay students, now this is about the terrorism. I will teach you in the another section class. Okay, so bye bye, take care. And if you not understand about the article for the scheduled tribes and scheduled caste, you can send me a message personally to the my WhatsApp. Okay, thank you.